Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of Southern View, where we're bringing the most comprehensive and breaking stories from the south of India. I'm Ashwin Nandakumar, and joining me are my colleagues Uma Sudhir from Telangana, Vijay from Tamil Nadu, as well as Ritu from Bangalore. Let's get on to the story from Kerala first. In fact, the biggest breaking story from the state of Kerala is that the BJP has officially taken control of the Thiruvananthapuram Corporation, and V V Rajesh has been elected as a mayor with 51 votes in a corporation which has over 101 wards. In fact, in the election that happened, 51 votes were won by Rajesh, thereby marking a historic feat by the BJP, which has taken over the rules of the corporation, which was ruled by the CPM for the past 4 decades. In fact, this is the first mayor that has been given to the BJP ever since the formation of the state of Kerala, and everybody is rejoicing, especially the BJP Karyakartas. Let's hear some of the voices on the ground and reactions that are coming in from various leaders of the BJP.
വളരെ വലിയ പ്രതീക്ഷയോടെയാണ് ഒരു സമൂഹം നമ്മൾ എല്ലാവരെയും ജനാധിപത്യത്തിന്റെ ശ്രീകോവിലേക്ക് അയച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും ലോകത്തിലെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ജനാധിപത്യ രാജ്യത്തിന്റെ ഭരണത്തിന് വിജയകരമായി നേതൃത്വം കൊടുക്കുന്ന ഒരു പ്രസ്ഥാനം എന്നുള്ള നിലയ്ക്ക്, ആ പാർട്ടിയുടെ പ്രതിനിധി എന്നുള്ള നിലയ്ക്ക് എന്റെ കഴിവിന്റെ പരമാവധി അനുഭവസമ്പത്തും പരിചയസമ്പന്നതയും ഉപയോഗിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് 100 വാർഡുകളെയും 101 വാർഡുകളെയും ഒറ്റ യൂണിറ്റായി കണ്ടുകൊണ്ട് ഒരുമിച്ച് എല്ലാവരെയും ചേർത്ത് പിടിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് മുന്നോട്ട് പോകാനുള്ള ഒരു പ്രതീക്ഷയാണ് നമ്മളൊക്കെ അർപ്പിക്കുന്നതെന്ന് ഞാൻ ആദ്യം തന്നെ പറയുകയാണ്. I am very happy and I am thankful to the people who voted for BJP.
And whom are you dedicating this entire thing to?
Our after 40-50 years we have been doing the activity very pakka, and this is I am dedicating also for the people of Karnataka.
And you are confident that the election is going to happen and one independent election is already given?
Complete the 5 years with the absolute fully confident.
Thank you. Historic moment for the BJP NDA?
Of course.
And what is it?
Let us wait till the election is over.
Okay, but this moment is
Of
what
course, BJP has won 50 seats in the council, and it's a very happy occasion, great occasion for the entire country and Kerala.
A lot of media speculations and everything was happening, and you had also responded very strongly against it.
Of course, media should report what is happening.
So the entire leadership is in sync with this decision.
Yes, of course.
The CPM, with the support of implicit or behind the door support of the Congress, have run Tiruvandhuram city to the ground. This corporation unfortunately has become a den of corruption. This corporation, as we've exposed during the campaign, is wasted money and not done anything for the development of Tiruvandhuram. Even basic issues like drainage, water, solid waste management has been ignored for the last 45 years. And therefore, we have said from the day people give us an opportunity to serve them, we will start working on Vikasita Tiruvandhuram. That is our vision.
Well, that's all we have from the state of Kerala. Let's move on to other stories from the south of India, especially from Telangana. Uma Sudhir bringing in the latest update from the state of Telangana. Uma?
Thank you, Ashwin. It's been coming to boiling point, the political climate here in Telangana, after Revanth Reddy made some scathing remarks about KCR as well as KT Ramarao, and vowed that he would not allow the KCR family to come back to power in the next elections till he is politically active. Today, KT Ramarao in fact reacted to it and answered almost point by point the criticism of the Chief Minister. He in fact kind of mocked Revanth Reddy, saying that Revanth Reddy seemed to take objection to K.T. Ramarao studying his intermediate, which is class 11 and 12 in Andhra Pradesh, and he says he has brought his son-in-law from Andhra Pradesh and therefore even found a nickname for Revanth Reddy. In a sense, also reacting to the comment made by Revanth Reddy, saying that he will not allow BRS and KCR to come back to power. KTR said that he vowed not to allow Revanth Reddy to even win his seat in Kodangal. Let's listen in to the bites to the comments made by Mr. K.T. Ramarao and also the earlier comment made by Chief Minister Revanth Reddy.
రోజు అరుస్తుడు నాకైతే డౌట్ వస్తున్నది ఎంత ఒరులుతున్నాడు ఎంత అరుస్తున్నాడు అంటే ఆ గీతమ్మ ఉన్నది ఆయన భార్య ఆమె చెప్తున్నా నేను తల్లి గీతమ్మ జల్దీ కట్టే లేకపోతే ఆయన ఎవరైనా కరిసినా కరుస్తాడు వీడు ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు రోజు అరిసి పిచ్చిలేసిపోయేటట్టున్నది కరిసేటట్టు తయారైంది రోజుకు నేనేమంటున్నా అంటే ఏనుగు పోతుంటే మస్తు జంతువులు మొరుగుతుంటాయి నక్కలు కుక్కలు మనం పెద్ద పట్టించుకునే అవసరం లేదు మళ్ళీ అంటుండు కేసీఆర్ నట ముఖ్యమంత్రి కానియాడంట నేను కూడా మీ అందరికి ఒకటే చెప్తున్నా మీ అందరి దయ ఉంటే మీ అందరి ఆశీర్వాదం ఉంటే ఖచ్చితంగా కేసీఆర్ సంగతి ఇడిచిపెట్టు నిన్ను కొడంగల్లో కూడా మళ్ళీ గెలవనీయకుండా చేసే బాధ్యత మాది నిన్ను కొడంగల్లో మళ్ళీ గెలవనీయకుండా మళ్ళీ అసెంబ్లీకి రానియకుండా చేసే బాధ్యత పార్టీగా మేమందరం ప్రజలుగా మేమందరం తీసుకుంటాం ఇంకొక మాట ఏమంటాడు నేనట మా అయ్య పేరు చెప్పుకొని బతుకుతున్నా అంట అవు మా అయ్య గొప్పోడు మా అయ్య తెలంగాణ తెచ్చిన మొగోడు మొనగాడు బరాబర్ చెప్పుకుంటాడు తప్పేమున్నది మా అయ్య పేరు నేను కాకపోతే ఎవడు చెప్పుకుంటాడు నాకు అర్థం కాదు మా అయ్య మొగోడు మొనగాడు తెలంగాణ తెచ్చినోడు బరాబర్ చెప్తా మరి నేనేమంటున్నా నువ్వు సకట్ పనులు చేస్తే నీ పిల్లలు కూడా నీ పేరు చెప్పుకుంటారు నువ్వు లుచ్చ పనులు చేసినావు అనుకో నీ మన్మడు కూడా నీ పేరు చెప్పుడే గాలంగా మన్మని అని చెప్పుకోడు మంచి పనులు చేయి నీ పేరు కూడా చెప్పు
Andhra Pradesh Rashtriya Swayam Sevak's Chief Mr. Mohan Bhagwat is in fact in Tirupati today and speaking at the Bharatiya Vigyan Sammelan, the inaugural session of this meet. He made a very important point suggesting that there is actually no difference or conflict between the religion as well as science. He also pointed out that there is no difference between Dharma and science and said that Dharma has been wrongly understood as religion, whereas what it means is a set of values, and he said that both Dharma as well as science are looking towards bringing truth and improving human life. He said there is a very flawed understanding of Dharma and that's the reason why very often it is made out that there is a conflict between the Indian concept of Dharma and science. Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, was also with Mr. Mohan Bhagwat at this particular event and he in fact spoke about the demographic dividend and he said people should have more children. That is something that the RSS has always advocated and that is also something that the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh has been advocating for some time now after having taken a 180-degree turn from the policy that he had advocated more than 20 years ago. That's of course going with the times. Let's listen in to what Mr. Mohan Bhagwat had to say.
ज्ञान को सब तक पहुंचाना है, इसलिए जिसको जो भाषा आती है उसको उस भाषा में ज्ञान उपलब्ध हो। दुनिया की कोई एक ही भाषा सब लोग सीख लेंगे, ये संभव नहीं है। प्रत्येक की मातृभाषा अलग है और मातृभाषा में ग्रहण करने की आदत लगने के कारण शिक्षा शास्त्र ये बताता है कि मातृभाषा में जो पढ़ाई की जाती है वो मनुष्य को ठीक बनाती है, वो जल्दी पहुंचती है। फिनलैंड माना जाता है शिक्षा में सबसे बड़ा देश।
So Mohan Bhagwat touching upon the issue of language, which does happen to be quite a sensitive issue in the south of the country. Moving now to my colleague Ritu in Bengaluru for news from Karnataka.
Thank you, Uma. Here in Karnataka, you have this video that's going really viral on social media where you can basically hear Magadi MLA H.C. Balakrishna reprimanding the Tehsildar therein for not working properly and listening to the people's grievances. Now, this particular video is going viral from the public grievance meeting that the MLA was holding with the local officials. Well, one hearing this video can really see that how that the MLA is heard saying that if the Tehsildar or other officials do not do their job properly, then of course he will have to get them hit by the slippers through the public. And now this is the kind of language that's been used by MLA. He further goes on to add that just not the officials, because if officials are not going to work properly, then he will have to bear that anger of public. Now, of course, you have the BJP, which is up in the arms, stating that this is not the kind of a language that the MLA was supposed to use. Now, this Congress MLA is drawing a huge flag for making this comment. Listening to what exactly he said in that meeting.
ಯಾವನ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅವನ ಹೆಸರು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅವ್ರ ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ರೈತರ ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರ್ದು ಹಾಕ್ಲಿ. ನಾನು ಎಸಿನ್ ಕರೆಸ್ತೀನಿ. ತಿಂಗಳು ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಜನ ಬಂದು ಅವ್ರು ಉತ್ತರ ಹೇಳಿ ನೀವು ಇದ್ರ ಹೆಕಡೋದು ಹೊಡೆಸ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೋರು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೊಡಿತಾರೆ ಜನ ಹೆಕಡ ತಗೊಂಡು. ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ ಹೊಡಿತಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಹೊಡಿತಾರೆ. ನಿನ್ ಕೈ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಸಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಹೊಡಿತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ ಹೊಡಿತಾರೆ. ಯಾರು ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ? ಕುಂಚಿನ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಬಾಲ್ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅಂತ. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು? ಮುತ್ತಿಕ್ತಾರ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ಆಚೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
Well, that's the video. It needs to be seen whether that the MLA will really issue an apology for reprimanding, not reprimanding, but obviously, using that sort of a language in an open public meeting. That only time will tell us, but that's all from the state of Karnataka. We have more news coming in from Tamil Nadu. My colleague Vijay will take us through. Vijay, over to you.
Thank you, Ritu. We have breaking news from Tamil Nadu that is about once again controversy over Tirupparankundram Hill. Another fresh petition has been filed by a petitioner who claimed to be a Lord Murugar devotee just before the Madurai bench of Madras High Court. He asked court not to allow the permission to host a festival which is called as a Kandoori festival in Dargah on the top of Tirupparankundram Hill. He said that there was a previous order from court where it has gave not permission to such festival, saying that as a animal sacrifice and consuming non-vegetarian are part of those festival, and which will hurt the Hindu sentiments in Tirupparankundram area. So he argues, saying that the court shouldn't give permission to such festival and should till this petition being dismissed, and the court shouldn't give permission for the petition. However, court refused to provide stay on this festival. He gave court orders Dargah administration to file a counter affidavit over this, and even all the controversy started over Tirupparankundram Deepam Row, where there was a huge controversy when a single bench of Madras High Court gave permission to temple administration to light the Deepam in top of the hill. However, temple administration and police official refused to do, saying that citing possible law and order situation. However, there was a permission given to Dargah to host a festival on top of the hill, which was last week the Sandana Kudu festival, which is a traditional festival for Dargah. So they started the festival with the traditional traditional Hindu Nadashwaram and ceremony, and even Hindu devotees were also part of that festival. However, a section group of Hindutva right-wing organization and even local residents holds protest against this protest, saying that against this festival, saying that when the temple administration police official not allowed Hindu devotees to hold festival on top of the hill, how come they allow Dargah to hold such festival? So they asked for a order to stage protest against it. However, the case is now just before the Madurai bench of Madras Court. The court has adjourned the case to January 2. That's all from Tamil Nadu. Over to you, Ritu, for more news from Karnataka.
Thank you, Vijay. Here in Karnataka, we have another political news coming in. You see that whole of the CM row, which is continuing in the state, seems no remedy at all to it. You have now the BJP leader basically coming out and making this big statement. Now, Jagdish Shettar, the former Chief Minister of the state, remember, was with Congress before BJP therein, and that's the reason why that his statement really becomes important and crucial for one to understand and analyze as well. Because you see now, Jagdish Shettar says that if this is how that the row is really going to continue here in the state, then this government will really collapse here. However, you have had the BJP MLAs before also making the similar statement, saying that as that the High Command really is not in mood to provide a remedy to this whole issue, this is really going to create a damage for the party. And at this point in time, in fact, many leaders also believe that if that there are polls, then there is a high chance that the BJP would really win the election. Now, that's how that the politics is really panning out. However, listening to what exactly that the former Chief Minister Jagdish Shettar had to say.
Infighting in between the CM and DCM is very serious, and now it is going to collapse this government also, because DCM is on his way and the CM is on the way. He is conducting dinner party and other things, and he is going to conduct a conference in Mysore, and DCM also on his way. He is doing all this. And whatever the happenings in the by-elections of some Jilla Panchayats and Taluk Panchayats, what is the result? It shows that it is head back to the Congress party. It is public support started to giving help to the BJP. It is the result shows that.
Well, let's see what's really going to happen with the CWC meeting to take place in Delhi, whether the Karnataka Chief Minister Rama too will be part of it. DK Shivakumar has yet not been invited. Whether there would be a discussion regarding this whole CM tussle which is on here in the state, that needs to be seen. What's really going to happen in Delhi will be very important for us to wait and watch out for. Now, that's all from Karnataka. We have more news coming in from the state of Telangana, where my colleague Uma Sudhir will take you through. Uma, over to you.
Thank you, Ritu. A shocking and disturbing story coming in from the Nalakunta area of Telangana, where a 32-year-old man has burned his wife alive. She was 26-year-old and her name was Triveni, and this happened in front of their two children, one 8-year-old son and a 6-year-old daughter. What we understand is that the couple had a love marriage about 10 years ago, and they had these two children, but because of the addiction to alcohol of the husband, who has been identified as Venkatesh, they had been having marital trouble and case of the wife getting beaten up, abused, and therefore this domestic abuse was also reported to the police multiple times, after which there was counselling that had happened, and subsequently there was in their native place as well a kind of a panchayat that had said that the wife will go back to the husband and that he would behave himself from now on. But yes, there was a trigger very early hours of Wednesday when once again he beat up his wife and he poured petrol on her. The inspector Ravi, who I spoke to, said that this is a premeditated murder. He had brought the petrol and he had poured it on his wife and set her afire. And when his daughter tried to intervene, he tried to push her also into the fire. The son and the father escaped first, and the daughter subsequently came out of the house. But now the children have been sent to their grandparents' home for keeping. Venkatesh has subsequently been arrested by the police and has been booked under BNS sections for murder. The couple, in fact, had a love marriage. It was an intercaste marriage with the woman belonging to the backward class and the man belonging to the SC Madiga caste. Moving on to yet another story, that's a tragic story that's coming in from Sangareddy district. This is in a place called Kandoori, where an 18-year-old boy who was identified as Vikram has actually died by suicide. This happened, we are told, after he had indulged in online betting using an online betting app, and he had lost 1 lakh rupees of money. For this money, he had taken money from his relatives. He had also borrowed money, but when he realized that he has lost this huge sum of money, he was not able to face his relatives nor have the courage to go on, and that's the reason why he brought insecticide for himself and consumed it. What I must point out is that online betting, the unregulated online betting, that's something that has come in under the scanner by the Telangana police, and in fact the Chief Minister had ordered a special investigation team to look into this entire case, even as we know that celebrity endorsement of online betting apps is something that is being debated across the country. They are being called in for questioning by multiple agencies, including by the Enforcement Directorate as well as by the Telangana police here, and that has come under the scanner because unregulated betting apps are leading to these kind of tragic deaths. In fact, the statistics that is presented towards the annual press conference held by the Cyberabad police also seem to suggest there's an increase in the number of such deaths and such unfortunate incidents because of online gambling that is happening unregulated.